Welcome to workshop number 12 titled Anchor Loads and Boundary Condition Using a Field. Since we already have our anchor open with the mesh applied, we're going to start developing its analysis. So first of all, we're just going to see the wireframe. It's been analyzed. That's what we're going to have right here. And we're going to click Plot Erase. Under All, we're going to click Erase. And we're going to enter solid 1.1 hashtag for selected entities, and then we're going to click plot and OK. So all we have right now is our solid and our points, which is fine, and we can zoom into areas and see what we do have. Now our next step is to create a point at center of the arc. So we're going to go to Geometry, Create Point, Arc Center, and we're gonna select the figure here. So our curve list is going to be here. And here. And then we're going to hit apply. And our points been created. So some of our points were eliminated because of our sales agreement again, which is not compatible with this workshops, but we'll manage. Now we're going to Geometry, and we're going to create a coordinate system, a 3-point coordinate, and it's going to be cylindrical. And for origin, we're going to select our new point. For our point on 3-axis, actually this is 0.117. For our origin, we're going to select a point we'll later draw. For 0.13 plane, we're going to select here. So our origin should be around here. So what we're going to do is we're going to create another point before creating that. Just a minor inconvenience of our sales agreement with MSC. So we're going to shift select here and here. And apply. So we have the point now. You go back to coordinates and select it as the origin. Click apply, and our cylindrical system has been set. Now we have to create a field for pressure loads. So we're going to go to load and BCs, and we're going to create a field, a spatial field, and under a PCL function. The field name is going to be sine_theta, and so we're going to select real for the coordinate system type, scalar for the field type. The coordinate system is going to be, of course, our coordinate just created, coordinate 2, and there's the scalar function is going to be sine r of apostrophe t closed Then we're gonna hit apply. So the field has been created. Now we're gonna create a pressure load. So we're gonna go to loads and BCs. And the type of load we want is pressure. So we're going to create a pressure on an element uniform, and the new set name is called pressure load. The input data that we're giving it is going to have a load BC sale factor of 1,000, and we're going to select sine theta for the pressure. We're going to hit OK, and then we're going to select the application region. Our application region is going to be the surfaces on the upper part of the circles. So we're going to select the faces that are going to be pulled by the anchor. So we're going to have a pinhole going through here, through both holes, and the weight of the anchor is going to pull on it against the chain. Once it's clicked, we'll click OK, and we'll apply the pressure. And as you can see on red, the pressure has been set. Now we have to constrain our at the washers. So we're going to create a displacement constraint, and it's going to be nodal. We're going to call it fix at washers with underscores because we can't use spaces. And our input data is 000 for translations only. There is not going to be any torque, so we don't have to consider rotations. Then we're going to go into the selection of our application region. We're going to click the smooth shade option in home. Sorry about that. We're going to select the smooth shaded option at home, and we need to select the application region for the constraints. So we're going to select the surface or face icon, and what we want to select is the inner part of the washer. So it's going to be 4 circles, which adds up around 8 geometric entities. And we're going to add them one by one. We're going to start by the far right. So it's 1, 2, 4, 5, and 6. Finally, our last 2 on the leftmost part of the washer. I'm going to hit OK, and then we're going to hit apply and go back to the wireframe. So if you look at this closely, we can see the pressures and the constraints at the different pinholes for our model. Now we're going to plot our loads. We're going to go to load BCs and look for plot markers under our action. We're going to select both assigned load BC sets and select current viewport underneath, right around here, for the group filter, and select the default group for selected groups. Now we just hit apply, and this is the loading setup for our workshop up to this point.